From the case of this psycho neighbor who mindlessly took the life of his neighbor with a knife.
I warned them I was gonna.
To the case of this crazy grandma who her husband.
I should have stabbed him a bit more.
Here are several instances of when crazy get caught red-handed. Starting with the case of Can Arslan, who went crazy and decided to take his neighbor's life in the most brutal way possible.
He is dead, innit? I warned you. The police 1 year.
On the 5th of October 2021, officers responded to a disturbance about a crazy man who had gone wild. According to the caller, he had stabbed one man to death and attempted to do the same thing to another. Moments before the call, CCTV cameras captured Arslan with a bloody knife in his hand after his neighbor, Matthew Borman. What makes this CCTV footage even scarier is that he was actually on his way to find his next victim.
Oi! You stand still now! Don't you go down there! No! Stop! Stop! Put that knife down now! Put it down! Put it down! Put it down! Get out! Get out! Lock the door! Lock the door! Lock the door! Lock the door! Put the knife down, Pat. Pat, put the knife down. Put the knife down. Put the knife down, Pat. Come, put it down. We're not going to let you hurt anyone else.
The man was held off by brave citizens until police arrived at the scene. However, as it would soon turn out, Arslan was a much more disturbing figure than initially anticipated.
Yeah, Delta 2. I have the suspect secured. I am fine on my own. Everyone else?
You're next, mother. There's a bond on your head.
I'm fine here, mate.
You're
The knife
next.
is there.
You're next.
Can you just check, canvass these people and check if this is the only suspect? The only suspect.
Look,
just
in the
canvass here.
front of me. He is dead, innit? I warned you. The police 1 year. Look, it happened. You idiot imbeciles. I was in special forces. You. I warned them. I was gonna make. Could you please put the hands up the front?
Right, are you happy to tell me your name now? I think I know what it is, but you haven't actually told me. What's your name, please?
I'm going to search you.
Okay. So what we're searching you for is anything that can harm us, anything that can harm you, or anything that could aid your escape, okay?
He is dead and I've been begging the police 1 year. I was gonna murder him. Because he was against my son, my wife.
Arslan can be heard multiple times laughing about his actions. In his screwed up head, he thinks he did the world justice. After all of this, he even has the audacity to ask the police for a favor.
Look, I'm begging you, could you put this in front?
No, unfortunately we can't. That's not in our
When I have
policy.
disability, don't you believe?
I do believe you, but I don't believe that they're causing you any harm, and it's
They are, I have arthritis.
Right, okay, it's proportionate to the
Look at
offence
the
that
10
we
of
suspect.
you mother. Look, like I'm with the 10 people. There's a bond on your head as
What
well.
is it, a lighter?
Hey, there's no point threatening us, is there? It's not going to get you anywhere. Get in the van.
Yeah,
It's not getting you anywhere, threatening us, is it?
yeah, you're all mother.
Yeah, threatening us ain't going to get you anywhere. Fine.
In the end, Can Arslan was sentenced to a minimum of 38 years in prison for his horrible actions. Next, we go to the case of the psycho grandma who ruthlessly took the life of her long-term partner in cold blood. Someone's
I should have stabbed him a bit more.
Alright, I want to go in, alright?
No,
So-
he's on the kitchen floor.
On the 13th of February 2021, British police received a disturbing call from an elderly lady claiming to have done something truly unforgivable.
You with him now?
Well,
I might just go and stab him again.
Alright, do not stab him again.
Why?
Alright, madam,
I don't...
how many times have you stabbed him?
3 times.
3 times, okay.
Once I thought I'd get his heart. Well, he hasn't got one. And then twice in the abdomen.
Officers immediately rushed to the scene. Once they arrived, they were quick to realize how downright insane the elderly woman, identified as Penelope Jackson, really was.
Under arrest with suspicion of... Under arrest with suspicion of... You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence. You do not mention when questioned anything you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
I'll go in and see what they're doing. Yeah.
Could I get my coat?
Just bear with me 2 seconds.
In there.
Penelope is scarily calm, considering she's just ended someone's life. The situation would only get worse from here on out.
I admit it all.
Alright.
Just get them. Alright, I want to go in. Alright.
No,
so,
he's on the kitchen floor.
Can someone just stay with Devon while I go in?
There's nothing nasty. And I'm certainly not... My coat's in the...
Yeah, just
Ow,
wait
it's
2
a bit
seconds.
hot.
Alright, you okay?
It shows a lot about Penelope's character when she's more concerned about her jacket than her husband of 24 years. However, it was what she revealed right after that made everything 10 times worse.
Alright.
With any luck, he'll be too late.
We'll get you
Right, get the ambulance in. Pronto, we need
Oh,
CPR.
don't. No, please don't.
Yeah, we need the
I should
ambulance
have
in.
stabbed him a bit more.
We've got CPR being done at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Penelope, come with me, mate.
You want my keys?
He's an aggressive bully and nasty, and I've had enough. And when he said you wouldn't do it, I did it twice more.
Okay.
I know what I've done.
All right.
And I know why I've done it. And if I haven't done it properly, I'm really annoyed.
I'm further arresting you, f***er.
Oh, good.
I've already cautioned you, so your necessities for your arrest is for an prompt and effective investigation.
Penelope was charged with and later convicted of murder, resulting in a sentence of 18 years in prison. If you thought this grandma was crazy, she was nothing compared to Alan Foster, a suspect who charged at some officers with a knife. On the 8th of January 2023, officers from the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department were investigating the murder of Shayla Ann, Alan Foster's girlfriend. When the cops arrived at the crime scene, they found a man walking on a property near the location where the body was found. When the cops decided to question him, they had no idea that he was going to be one of the craziest suspects they had ever dealt with. It turned out that right after a woman had been reportedly stabbed to death in that area, the cops saw Foster walking around with a knife. Although it wasn't clear what he was doing with a knife at that time, it made him an immediate suspect, and as a result, the cops decided that it would be a good idea to take him in for more investigation.
Go ahead, drop that knife for me, bud. Hey, I just want to talk to you and figure out what's going on. Come over here. No, I don't want to come over. Go ahead, just drop that knife for me, bud. No. Do me a favor, drop that knife so we can talk to you. All we want to do is talk and figure out what's going on. Talk to me, bud. Like I said, what I'm trying to do, I want to help you out. That's what I'm here for. I'm trying to do everything I can to help you out with whatever you got going on. All you got to do for me, buddy, is just drop that knife so we can talk. Back up. Somebody back up. Bring somebody back. Whoever's got radio, just back up. Just take it back. What's going on, bud? Like I said, my man, just talk to me. That's all I need you to do right now. I need to know how I can help you. We're here to help you. You just gotta let me know what I can do. Are you hurt at all? What's going on, man? I know you probably got a lot going in your head.
What can I do to help you, bud? Like I said, man, you drop that knife, we can get fire to come check you out if you're hurt. We can try to get everything we can to make sure you're okay. Nobody has to get hurt right now. Everything can go smooth. Talk to me, bud. What's going on? I can tell you got a lot on your mind. Let me help you with that. Let me help you, man. I'm here. I'm here to help you. That's what I want to do.
Cops usually try to be friendly with suspects to make it easy to deal with them. However, this guy wasn't buying it at all. Up until this point, he had ignored all orders from the cops to drop the knife and was coming closer and closer to them, one step at a time.
Stop right there, man. Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop. 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 Listen to me. Stop. Stop.
Just when the cops least expected it, Foster suddenly charged at them with the knife, leaving them no choice but to defend themselves in the best possible way. They fired several shots at him, hitting him in his torso, and he slumped to the ground. He was eventually pronounced dead at the scene. At the time of this incident, cops had not ascertained whether Foster actually did have a hand in his girlfriend's death. The investigation is still ongoing. However, court records later revealed that Foster had been convicted of domestic violence against Sheila. Next, we go to the case of Muhammad Bilal El Amin, a wanted killer who thought he could never get caught after he had been on the run for nearly 30 years. At least until he was pulled over at a traffic stop.
Here's what's going to happen, Sakeem, okay? Unfortunately, I'm going to have to place you into custody today, okay? You're going to go down to jail.
On the 16th of August 2022, Oconee County officers were performing routine registration checks on vehicles along East Monroe Highway and Hog Mountain Road, when they pulled over a Mazda for having no registration or insurance. At the time the officers pulled the driver over, they had no idea that they were in the presence of one of the FBI's most wanted men.
What's your last name?
Sakeem.
Sakeem, okay. Alright, I'm gonna have you go and step out the vehicle for me.
She's gonna come and get me. Yeah, so you're about 57 minutes away from me. I was almost at the hospital.
Alright, take this off for me.
Just send me what the information you put in your GPS, because that way
I didn't go.
The same thing.
I don't know the name of this place right here.
We'll get it figured out. We'll text it to her. It's Prince Avenue.
It's
All right,
Prince
so
Avenue.
here's what's going to happen, Sakeem, okay? Unfortunately, I'm going to have to place you into custody today, okay? You're going to go down to jail.
Oh, no.
You got to get booked in. They're going to take your fingerprints and picture, and you'll get a bond. But because you're driving on suspended license, you got to go down to jail.
Sir, I did not know. I have children, I have a sick uncle, and I run the household.
I got you.
No, I really
We don't have a choice at this time.
Please
so we're placing you
put
in arrest. Go ahead and turn around and put your hands behind your back, please.
Please put Auntie on the
Put your hands
phone.
behind your back. Who set the phone up on the car?
They put me under arrest right now. I don't know.
For driving with suspended license?
Driving with suspended license. I didn't know. And it's not even showing.
Unfortunately, the law is different here in Georgia than it is in South Carolina. If you have a suspended license, you have to go down to the jail and get booked in.
Oh, but sir, can you speak to my aunt? She has.
We're on speakerphone. She can hear us right now. Yeah.
No, please speak to her. Yeah. Please speak to her. I'm the only one that can help with my uncle that's sick in ICU right now.
I'm sorry about that. Unfortunately, your son.
Please, sir.
You're driving a car without valid insurance.
My son.
You got that taken care of. But you're already driving a car without valid insurance.
I won't drive.
Registration.
My cousin.
We can't trust you not to drive.
No, I swear to you, I'll walk away from my car.
So we're gonna walk you back to this other car.
Please, sir.
We're gonna walk you to my partner's car. Come on,
sir. Come on. Please, my aunt is old. She's 80 years old.
Initially, Muhammad tried to present himself as a very responsible individual, but the cops would eventually find this impression to be deceptive.
Sir,
easiest way is to turn your face towards me and then sit down in the seat. Slide your legs in.
Sir, I do for my entire family.
Okay. Well,
do you know
I don't have a choice here, man. I'm telling you.
I told you I was not going to get in my car. I swear to you, I wasn't going to get in my car.
You have a suspended license. You're driving a car without insurance. You got that taken care of.
I've been doing it every day.
You got suspended registration. You have to go down to the jail and get booked in. Just take your photograph. They're going to take your fingerprints. They'll give you a bond amount. You can bond out, and then you can get on the way up to the hospital. But you can't drive.
Sir,
so have a seat for me, please.
Okay, may I speak after you?
Have a seat for me, please.
Are you going to
sit down, and then I'll listen to you. Okay, so what do you want to tell me?
On everything, My aunt just had a stroke. My uncle just had a stroke 2.5 weeks ago. I'm here helping my family. I don't even know who can come and bond me out. I don't even know who can come and bond me out. I'm not a criminal. I'm not a crook. I look how old I am.
Did you get a ticket or something?
I didn't get
take care of it.
I mean,
why would they suspend your license in South Carolina?
I just found out speaking to the deputy.
Yeah.
I just found out that maybe when we had a car that I had that got repossessed, that I didn't take my name off of it.
Okay. I wouldn't imagine that they'd suspend you for a repossession.
But that's what I'm saying. But it's no information's coming up. I won't drive. I'll have my cousin.
Can you slide your legs in for us?
You're not going to speak to me?
No, unfortunately, I told you. I've already explained my position to you.
Oh, this hurts.
I don't have a choice.
At this point, he was beginning to realize that the law was about to catch up with him.
Do you need anything outside of your car?
Just know that can you speak to my aunt?
Do you have a speech?
Just speak to my aunt because I do everything for the house. I do everything. My son is there. He's only 13 years old. He does not know what's going on. This is can you let my cousin know wherever it is I'm going? Could you let them know where it is they're buying me?
Yeah, so when you get there, you'll be able to call them.
How can I call them?
When they book you in, they'll give you some phone calls, so you can call them.
Yeah,
all right?
Yes, because I don't.
Yeah.
Why? I thought you was gonna let my cousin pick me up. Why did this happen?
I'm sorry.
Deputy, so many people rely upon me. You do not know.
You can get in and get out. All right.
I can get in and get out?
Yeah, like they'll book you in. If you have somebody that can bond you out, you have a preset bond, so you can bond out of jail. You don't have to wait to see a judge.
Well, how much is that?
I'm not quite sure.
When the cops eventually took him to Oconee County Jail, they ran his fingerprints, and it was then that they realized his true identity. El Amin had been wanted since 1994 for the fatal shooting of his friend Jafferd Tucker Jr. at the Oakland MARTA train station. He had been on the run since then and was at some point classified as the FBI's most wanted man. In the end, he was charged with felony aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. Agreed that Muhammad was crazy. He wasn't as crazy as Courtney Clenny, a crazy and abusive partner who thought she could get away with her boyfriend.
Now all of a sudden this is all happening.
What's his name?
I just Christian Tobecha I'm so I'm scared of him at this.
On the 3rd of April 2022, Miami police officers received a truly disturbing phone call that involved a domestic disturbance from a couple who lived in a luxury apartment in Miami.
Oh, my boyfriend is dying of a stabbing. Ma'am, what is the address? 130 Northeast 7 times. Baby, I'm so sorry.
Courtney and her boyfriend had been dating for 2 years before the incident, and although they appeared like a perfectly happy couple on the outside, their relationship was nothing to write home about. They were always at loggerheads with each other, and their domestic disputes sometimes required police intervention. However, this particular fight had gone a bit too extreme. When the cops arrived, Courtney's boyfriend, Christian Tochukwu Obumseli, was found bleeding out, barely clinging to life. Courtney was eventually taken in for interrogation, and it was at this point that things got really interesting.
Listen, you don't have to apologize, okay? I completely understand. All right? Things happen, and you can't control it. Okay? So, you don't have to apologize for it, all right? Detective Racino, okay? And this is my partner, Sergeant.
As time went on, she started expressing concern for her injured boyfriend. But the cops, in order not to ruin their chances of getting any meaningful information from her, assured her that he was fine.
Is he okay?
He's still at the hospital. They're still,
I know.
monitoring him and talking to him. So we're waiting.
Oh my God! So he didn't even have to have surgery.
Well, I don't know. They're still doing X-rays and stuff like that. So I don't know yet. I'm waiting to hear a response.
That's all I have to know. Thank God.
So
that's all I need.
We'll get to that in a little bit.
Okay.
And once we're done, I'll go talk to them again and see what's the update. Okay. All right.
Up to this point, it was difficult to determine if Courtney was telling the truth or not. She maintained a positive attitude throughout the interaction. Moreover, her body language seemed to align with someone who was possibly being honest. She leaned forward, maintained eye contact with the officers, and provided direct and prompt responses to their questions. Eventually, she began to reveal what actually led to the stabbing.
But I feel like, you know, maybe you don't want to know where I am. I guess maybe it'll just like hurt him because he was pressing me. And he ended up pinning me against the wall. And then, I mean, I said like choking me on the floor. It's just like, they were looking at my neck and I was like, I mean, I'm not saying like choking me like, you know, whatever. But I mean, he had my like neck. Like, and this happened twice before. Okay. Where I couldn't breathe and I was on the floor. Yeah. I could not breathe. And I don't think that he was trying to kill me, but I was scared. And all 3 times I have been scared. Okay. So yeah, I'm on the floor. And you have me pinned and lifts me up. I'm on the, get my mom on the phone. And I'm just trying to really remember. I got my mom on the phone. And I remember she was standing like against the couch. Like we were obviously it was a big deal at this point. So this happened like over by the door and somehow moved like over in the living room. We were standing by the couch, kissing for the kitchen. I was in the kitchen. And then he just like, I could see like all the whites in his eyes and he was like coming at me. And so I grabbed one of these knives. My mom got me for Christmas. I grabbed one of them. And I was like, I swear to God. I swear to God. It was just like, I mean, I grab it and be like, don't come anywhere closer to me.
At this point, the only meaningful information that she had given the cops so far was that she acted in self-defense.
I mean, earlier, I was having 2 other times I couldn't breathe. I'm sorry. I couldn't breathe. And it's very scary. And I just think, like, just like this kind of thing where I was saying, like, do you know if he's okay? If he's choking me and he's angry enough, he might I mean, this is different, I think. But if he's like choking me or like pinning me or something and I can't breathe, he might go too long. So I grab a knife and I said, don't come anywhere closer to me. I had absolutely no intention of using it.
Despite the knife being found deep in her boyfriend's body, she told them that she did not stab him. However, her description of how the knife ended up in his chest was rather unusual, to say the least.
And he's coming at me like he's going to grab either the phone or like the knife or something. And so I was just like, I was like, don't come any closer. Coming at me, and I threw it. And I meant for it to go.
How far away was he?
Well, I was by my fridge and he was like by the edge of one of the chairs of the sofa.
Okay.
Like
comparing to what
10 feet. I'm trying to think in my head. I'm trying to make the.
Was he closer than I am?
No, but he was further.
Well, like the length of his room?
No, further than that.
Okay.
Oh well, if I said yeah, you're right. It was more than 10 feet. Then it was definitely further than this.
Okay. I mean, it's closer. It looks a lot smaller than it is here.
It was further than this.
Okay. So then, you were by the fridge and he was by the couch? You were by the fridge and he was by the couch?
Yes, I was in front of the fridge. He was by the couch. Yes. And then behind my island.
And then what kind of movements did he make at the moment? He was going to walk
running
up?
At me.
Running? Okay.
Well, charging, aggressively walking, something.
What was he doing? Like, was he doing something with his hands or?
I mean, he had his hands up. I couldn't tell you exactly.
Was he yelling at you at the time?
Yes.
Yeah, what was he saying?
Well, I'm supposed to put my hand up, so I really need to think.
You just flung it over your head or from like?
Like this.
Okay. So from like beside your head.
Holding it, yeah. So not like, okay, like I'm holding it like this. This is not the knife, the
blade to it?
Right, the blade.
Okay.
I for dang sure did not stab him. That would be insane. I mean, I didn't even think that this would touch him. But I mean, I thought that I would scare him by just grabbing it. I thought I would scare him by just grabbing it, but that didn't work. So, anyway, comes at me, and then I just flung it. Okay. And I was kind of just trying to fling it past.
When you threw it, when you flung it, how close was he at that time?
I mean, I said 10 feet, but if this is 10 feet, it was definitely more than 10 feet.
Okay.
It is important to mention that this wasn't the only time that the couple had been investigated by the police. About a year before this incident, they also had a serious domestic incident that resulted in the couple being investigated by the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. Footage from that investigation revealed that Courtney might have been the abusive partner, but the detectives had no idea of them.
Are you okay?
Yes,
What's up with the door?
I just feel trapped in here. I've been saying this for
Okay, do you require medical attention?
Huh?
Do you require medical attention?
What?
Do you need a doctor right now?
I'm just trying to breathe. I can't. This feels isolated.
Investigation shows that you threw a glass at him, and that in this state is considered a battery.
And just the day before the incident, police had also been at their Miami apartment for a similar incident.
I never would have called the police because I don't want to do that.
So you didn't call?
I didn't. Nobody.
I called. You called.
Okay.
Okay, hold on, ma'am. Let him talk.
Okay, that's fine.
Ma'am, hold on.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The front desk personnel, this young lady, I was actually, with the other guy. We were walking around. We came back. She informed us that.
Who's she?
The front desk personnel.
Okay.
She informed us that Miss Courtney, her boyfriend, was trying to get into the elevator with her, but she had her hand out like this.
Okay.
And she had her hands out like this, and she was like, "Oh no, don't come inside the elevator."
Okay.
So initially.
Eventually, the cops told her about the actual state of her boyfriend. Her reaction to the news was so exceptional that anyone who witnessed it would have easily believed that she couldn't have been a killer.
We have to inform you that Christian did not make it. Okay. Unfortunately, the doctors did what they could. And
Christian is dead.
Yes.
Oh my God. This is not real, right? Okay. No, there's no fucking way. Christian died? Can I please have a hug? Am I allowed to do that in here?
Sure. Yeah.
No.
Calm down. Take deep breaths. Just take deep breaths. You're gonna be okay?
I need to hug my mom.
I'll talk to your parents and get them over.
I cannot be left alone in like a room by myself.
You won't be.
After this. No, that's not true. That's not real, right?
It is real.
Christian is dead.
Yes. They're not gonna lie.
I know, I just can't believe it.
Courtney's lawyer was able to convince the cops officially that she acted in self-defense and she was let off the hook. She quickly moved on like nothing had happened. Well, at least until disturbing videos later surfaced, revealing that Courtney wasn't actually who she claimed to be.
Shut up and let me slap you, dumb. Give me my phone.
You have your phone.
You literally talked to her without telling me.
Courtney, I was on a bike ride and she passed me and I said hi. You and Courtney are having a live chat. My bad, I forgot to tell you that. That doesn't make you to act and call me a You're a Yes, thank you. Thank you.
I want you to get away from me.
Inside right now. Courtney, that's a threat. I asked you so many times that I don't know, and I apologize, but you hit me.
There was also a video of her being drunk in public a few days after her boyfriend's death, when she was naturally expected to be mourning.
Yeah, and they're seeking justice.
Sir?
Yeah,
What?
let's all videotape her. Right now, you should go. Yeah, you should go. Because you just know her boyfriend. Yeah, you did. Yeah, and yeah, okay.
This new evidence revealed that Courtney was actually an abuser, and as a result, her late boyfriend's family officially took her to court. An examiner was brought in to debunk Courtney's claims that she simply threw the knife at her late boyfriend.
Based on the information you received that the defendant was alleged to have thrown this knife, do your observations support that?
If the person who supposedly did this is an expert knife thrower, and the knife is the type of knife that you can throw, I guess that could have happened.
Did you receive any information that the defendant was a knife thrower?
No.
So based on that fact that you did not receive that information, would it support that?
No.
And what would you expect to see a knife do if someone just flung it at somebody?
It would just hit the body and bounce off.
Now, as a result of this case, did you come to a cause, or did you make a determination as to the cause and manner of death?
Yes.
Could you please explain those to the court?
The cause of death was stab wound of right subclavian artery. The manner of death was homicide.
As of December 2023, the investigation is still ongoing, and she faces up to life imprisonment if convicted of second-degree with a deadly weapon. Courtney is currently being held at the Miami-Dade jail awaiting trial. Although Courtney was ruthless, she was not as ruthless as this dad, Chad Doerman, who was caught after he had mindlessly ended the lives of his 3 sons.
29, we got 3
Main.
down.
On the 15th of June 2023, police received a 911 call claiming that a man had supposedly shot his own children. After reaching the scene, officers quickly realized the danger they were facing.
Please, we've been told.
You show me your hands now! Stand up and walk towards us! Stand up now! Walk towards us! Stand up with your hands up!
29, we got a visual in the veil. Not showing his hands, not following commands.
Stand up now!
Not showing hands or following commands. His name is Chad Dorman. Chad Dorman.
I know, but we can't.
If people need first aid and he's not complying, and you know he's a shooter, shoot him.
Show us your hands now! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up now! Stand up! Stand up! Get your hands out of here. Tell him we're 21. It's in the air.
For a man who had just taken the lives of his own children, Doerman seems scaredly calm. This abnormal behavior would continue throughout the arrest.
I'm completely sober. 63, we're 21. Get the EMS over here. Well, I did drugs when I was little, but I don't do drugs now. I'm sober. I'm not trying to fight you. 63. Get your butt inside. Gatlin, get your butt inside. We on primary? Now. 29, we got 3 kids down.
What makes the situation even scarier is that Doerman's wife can be heard panicking in the background.
3 kids down, 16.
Gatlin! 63, we're 21. Have EMS respond over here. What are you doing, man?
Hey, are you copying all this?
Can I roll over? I ain't gonna hurt you. I ain't gonna hurt nobody. You got anything on you? No, I ain't got nothing, man. Phone, that's it. I ain't mad. I ain't nothing. Just make sure that dog don't come out. I don't think he'll bite you. Just don't reach for him and try to grab him and pet him. All right. He won't bite you. What's going on, man? Nothing. Can I stand up? It's kind of uncomfortable. I'm gonna get you here in a second. I ain't running away. You can do whatever you want with me.
Can you get the wallet out of my back pocket?
Shut up, dude. You had the right to remain silent, you fucking user.
A few days after the incident, Doberman was forced to go to court. However, at this point, it seemed like he was beginning to realize the situation he was in.
We're going to have the public defender. I know. Dad, look at me. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. No, I know. Just take a deep breath for me, okay? I'm going to have your public defender come back and talk to you, okay? And then we're going to go out and we're going to do your hearing. Can you hear me? Do you need a second? Okay, just take a deep breath. Okay. So your public defender will come back and talk to you. You understand that? Okay. And then we'll go out for your hearing. Okay. There is news media out there. Okay. When you walk out, you'll see a piece of black tape on the floor. All I need from you is to stand on that piece of black tape, face the judge only, and just listen. Okay. Your public defender or your attorney is going to do all the talking for you. They'll say that you have the right to remain silent, and I advise you to use that, okay? Because everything in there is recorded. So I want you, again, just to stand there, look at the judge only. Don't turn to the media. Don't turn to anybody in the audience that you may know. Listen to the judge and let your public defender do the talking for you, okay? Do you have any questions for us? Okay.
The scary calmness on Doberman's face during his initial arrest has now turned into an expression of sheer panic. This would only get worse when the prosecution revealed his terrible actions to the world.
In incomprehensible cruelty, the father that stands before you lined up his 3 young boys, and he executed them in his own home with a rifle. They were ages 3, 4, and 7, Judge. In an act of desperation to save her children, the mother, at some point, grabbed the gun. The father was able to flee into a field near home. And again, we know from his admission, father hunted that boy down, drug him back to the property, and executed him in front of witnesses. The facts of this case are hopefully like no other we will ever see. When this case gets indicted in the Court of Common Pleas, I am certain that a no bond hearing will be held, and I would hope that would be granted. But at this point, at this juncture, we're going to ask this court to issue a bond we've never asked for before. I'm going to ask for a bond of $20 million. I hope I never need to request such a bond again.
As of today, Chad Doberman is facing the electric chair for his cruel actions. If you thought Chad was crazy, then you should meet Antoine Sims, who was dumb enough to call the cops on himself over a bunch of cold fries, only to end up with charges of murder moments later.
Of August 2022, police received a call from an angry Antoine Sims, who had been in a confrontation with the McDonald's restaurant owner.
I guess our order was called, but we don't even know our order number.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So now our food is sitting there cold, so when I come up, I say, I try the fries they're lukewarm, but they're not hot.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I just asked him, can we get some fresh fries?
Okay.
He said, okay, the fries are not hot, touch the fries. I said, no, they're not hot. And at this point, you don't touch them, so,
Yeah,
can I just get a fresh set?
Okay.
So is he getting the fries? And I said, can I also get the receipt? That was 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, sir. 5 minutes ago, I can run my store however I want to run my store.
Okay.
This now, sir, I done paid. He said, matter of fact, you can leave my property. Get off my property now. Or you can come and get, I do a refund. I say, sir, with Cash App card, it's 3 to 7 business days to do a refund. Just give me my set of fries and my receipt. That's what you're supposed to do anyway when I pay for my order.
Okay.
This is not my store. He's telling me this is his business. He owns this. It's not that deep. We just need the fries and the burger.
Okay.
After speaking with the cop, the owner tells him that he is willing to give Sims a refund on the condition that he never steps foot inside the restaurant again. Up until this point, everything had seemed completely normal. Just 2 guys having a little argument. It was only when the officer went to search up Antoine Sims's name in the police database that everything would change for the worse.
Wanted person, caution, violence, armed and dangerous.
As it turned out, there was a pending warrant on Antoine Sims for He had been arrested after setting a car on fire with a woman still inside, but decided not to show up to court to enter his final plea. Luckily, he was dumb enough to lead the police right to him because of a bunch of cold fries.
I'm not under arrest or anything, am I?
No, sir. Just come over here. I'm gonna have you sign this real quick.
I said I'm not under arrest or
No,
anything.
no, you're not. Yeah, just come over here. I'm gonna have you sign this real quick.
You have to sign it saying that you're not going to come back to the property.
So you'll fill this part out.
Can I see it, sir?
Yeah. You can come over here, man.
No, I'm afraid of y'all, sir.
Why are you afraid?
3 years, sir. I'm afraid of you.
All right, I'm gonna walk you through. Why are you doing that?
Sims is well aware that something else is going on, which is the reason for his weird behavior. As the officers get into touching distance, Sims makes his move.
I know how to feel. Am I
All right,
right?
yeah.
No, let's take it.
Car. 6-2 Kennesaw, call cop. Got him! Contact, backside!
After a long chase, the officer was able to get close enough to Sims to tase him. Antoine Sims was subsequently put under arrest and charged with murder, hindering law enforcement, and criminal trespass.